4 was the entitlement is created by solving your kids' problems for them.
Yes. Yeah. So that one really stuck out to me, I think, the most because I think I've grown a lot by my parents kind of forcing me to do stuff that I was uncomfortable to do, like going and ordering my own something at a restaurant or making the phone call myself. And doing those kinds of things really, really helped because now I'm not afraid to do them anymore. And I've grown in that confidence since I was a kid. I was really afraid to. And I think if my parent was just like, oh, I don't want to make them comfortable, or I don't want to, make them do something that they're afraid to do, when you really know that your kid can do it. Like, it's not the end of the world if they mess up, or like it's a really safe thing to do, especially if you're there, so that they can do it when you're not there. So doing things like ordering my mom's Starbucks for her. She'd be like, here's my order, now go order it. And I was like, that's only two out of ever again. I did that, and then now I can do it for myself. And I got her like lids at Chipotle. Like, that was something like, when we're done with Chipotle, go get me a lid. And so I learned how to do that. And that was when I was like really little. And it even helped with things like when we would go to Israel and I would go shopping by myself or with a sibling. Like, I could do that because my parents had taught me how to do it. And I wasn't that afraid because I knew I could. And so giving your kids an opportunity to do that with you there is really the best time for them to learn that, I think. And that's something I definitely want to do in my family. And I wanted to talk about too was it 7?
Can I say something about that
Oh,
first?
sure, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like your kids have all different, as we know, like all different personalities and things like that. So they all have different levels of confidence or outgoingness or being able to like do something like what Elisa's saying. And so it can be really hard on a mama's heart sometimes to like challenge your kid in a way that is going to be hard for them. And so I think that it was almost like an act of my will to like make you go ask for the lid at Chipotle or something, like, oh, I know this is going to make her so scared. And she was so cute and so little, but she would do it anyway. And so just, I want to encourage the moms out there that like, when you see a kid maybe pulling back from something, knowing when to go ahead and encourage them and say, no, this is something you're going to do. I think this is good for you. You're going to overcome this thing, versus like an actual thing that they can't do. So capability is important there. Like, I knew she could go up and ask for a lid at Chipotle, but I knew that it would, be hard for her to do that. So challenging them to do something they're capable of, but yet maybe like timid for some reason or holding back for some reason.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes, that stretching, I think, is so critical. And I think the thing that really surprised me a little bit is just the connecting that to the entitlement really being rooted in seeing that your problems all belong to somebody else, especially your parents. Like, that's their job to solve everything, instead of like, wow, this is a gift that you're giving me. The kind of, gratitude is like such an opposite reaction from entitlement. And I think it starts by making sure that your kids are pushing past those sort of areas where they're uncomfortable in order to really feel like, no, I need to be able to do this for myself. That's huge.